We have returned to Nuketown, and this time we're actually going to be going with the RPG class only, with everyone following the fucking rules. Obviously, if you guys watched the first game, you noticed that one guy, Decoys, was using the Mac 11, or whatever the fuck that piece of shit is. Using the Mac 11 the entire time, and he won the round because he fucking basically didn't pay attention to the fucking rules. Or did not pay attention. He ignored those shits, let's be honest. So in this round, everybody's going to be following the rules in this motherfucker, and you're going to notice this shit is just absolutely insane. Now, I learned my lesson from the first time trying to record this shit. Do not follow anybody in this round. Basically, everybody's gonna die. You're only gonna be alive for maybe at most 15 seconds. So there was no way in hell I was gonna follow people around. So I decided, you know what, I was gonna spectate the whole time. And you see here, I'm still trying to figure out these fucking camera controls. I'm trying to like push the camera, try and go up or down, try and get some height on this motherfucker, and I just can't do it. I don't understand. I guess it's kind of locked when you're in the spectator mode or whatever the fuck, but it pisses me off because all I want to do is be able to get some height so I can show a good portion of the action going on. But man, you can't do shit with these fucking cameras. So I figured, you know what, fuck it. I'm actually not going to be spectating anybody first person until the end of this round. We're just going to be doing a lot of the zooming in, zooming out feature. You know, this shit. Basically be flying around the map like an invisible ninja and shit. Now this round here, man, just look at this. I think Infamous, I don't know if he had to take a leak or what, but there was a couple times he was just kind of all messed up here. He wasn't paying attention. But man, there was some moments in this round, you're just going to see people just get nailed. Like, watch what happened to Slater right here. He's got spawned on right, I mean, literally, right behind him, somebody spawned. I mean, that's just what happens on Nuketown, man. You guys got to be used to it by now. You know, small maps like this, you're going to have some insane shit. You know, when you play ranked matches, the shit is annoying as fuck. I mean, it's annoying as hell to play. But when you play, like, some private matches like this, you know, with RPGs or knife only, the shit is fun. I mean, you gotta admit, this shit is fun. When you get to just fuck around and fire shit at people, not worrying about kill-death ratio, not worrying about being a tryhard and whatnot. This shit is absolutely hilarious. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Mamba Sniper in this round was having all kinds of issues. He couldn't kill shit this round. He complained about lag, he complained about 2 bars. You know, reasonable. Everybody was lagging. We all know that. But there you see his score, 2 and 14. I think at some point he's like 2 and 19 or some shit like that. I mean, he had some bad luck this round. But you know, with an RPG, even with 2 bars, you should be able to kill something. I mean, all you gotta do is bounce it off the fucking floor and somebody's gonna die. Nobody had flakjack in this round. Nobody had health, like high health. I lowered the health down to minuscule. Basically, if somebody farted in your direction, you were gonna die. But anyway, you know, you just get some bad breaks in this motherfucker. I know, I played on this map sometimes, and you just get people spawning right behind you. Somebody gets a lucky set of dogs, and all of a sudden, you go from like 5 and 1, and all of a sudden you're 6 and 12 in just a matter of a couple seconds, because it's a pain in the ass in this round. Now watch this right here. This guy thinks he's safe right here, and bang, right in the fucking forehead. I love that shit, man. You know, I gotta tell you, when I was watching this round, and I was spectating, this is some of the funny shit. Like, watch what happens to Krusty here. Krusty's hiding his corner, boom! Nailed from across the map. I mean, that's just kind of shit. No matter where you are on this map with an RPG, there's nowhere to hide. You cannot hide in this motherfucker. Right there, another perfect example. If you try and hide in this shit, you're gonna get your ass knocked the fuck out. You can't hide. You can't do anything. So people here, I mean, they just run out. You have no idea who's behind you. You just turn around like right there. He just nails. He's like, fuck this. I'm taking all these motherfuckers out. But you can't hide in this rap, man. You just have to run out there, hopefully shoot somebody, hope someone spawns in front of you, and you get lucky enough to avoid that shit. But, you know, RPG matches, man, they're crazy and they're fun as fuck. You know, we used to do this shit on, like, Shipment back in Call of Duty 4. We used to take out the RPG class or the Demolitions class. You know, they had a default Demolitions class. Ooh! I don't know, did you guys see that? That shit was like a perfect facial. He just posted up and nailed that motherfucker right in his head with the goddamn RPG. But we used to do like the RPG demolition class only on Shipment. Man, that shit was crazy as fuck. Because you had that shotgun, you know, the W1200, I think it was called, whatever the fuck it was the pump action one. And then you had the RPGs with Sonic Boom. Oh man, those games used to just fuck people up. But this round, man, you see I'm still all fucked up with the goddamn camera. I mean, half the time you see these explosions, you can't see shit. I mean, but when you nail a motherfucker with these RPGs, that shit is hilarious. So you see the scores, the game's gonna go by quickly this time, and obviously nobody's using the fucking Mac 11 being a douche and not paying attention to the fucking rules. So there. Now here, what happened, Infamous? You gotta explain this shit. You're just sitting on the fucking fence, not paying attention. I don't know if you're aiming the shit, you're taking a shit, or what. But man, you was all fucked up this round. Sometimes you just wasn't even playing in this game. But at least in this round, everybody obviously paid attention to the rules. And it wasn't even just paying attention, following the rules. Because you see what the rules are. You know it's obviously RPG if you're getting killed by the shit. But everybody followed the rules and everybody had a good time in this round. And this shit, just some of this shit, man, is just absolutely crazy. And you know, what kind of explanation is mistakes were made? You fired an RPG at the fucking floor. I don't think that was a mistake, motherfucker. You need to come up with some better shit, like Krusty committed suicide or Kristad committed suicide. But I don't know, man. Treyarch don't know how to make a fucking game. They just make all bullshit. So here, right, you saw that coming. Spawn right behind. Nothing you can do about that shit, man. In this game, there's just nowhere to hide, man. Even if you spawn next to a wall and you get away from a wall, somebody's gonna spawn right behind you, man. It's just some bullshit. So, I don't know who's on the steps right there. I mean, he thinks he's safe, but I'll tell you right now, that is not a safe spot to hide. That is like a prime target for somebody to fire. Look at this shit. Fire a perfect RPG against the wall. So I'm just flying around this map, hoping to get as much action as possible. The game's almost over. You can see the score right there. Slayer Boy is at 44 kills and Undefined is at 41. So basically, it's a race to the finish. See who can get there first. Now, obviously, it's not even a race to the finish. It's a race to see who gets the better spawns. So, these people. It's funny because you always see people taking suicides for stupid shit. You know, they just fire it hoping to kill somebody, and naturally they kill themselves almost every single time. So, as you can see, I didn't want to spectate anybody until the absolute end. We were just gonna follow this shit all the way to the end, spectator mode, because you know people died so quickly. I mean, look at how quickly people died. We got the music on and everything. We got Visual Face asking for an invite. He'll be in the next couple games. Obviously, people knew about this, so we tried to... I don't know who the hell that was, but that shit was like... He did like a 720, and he got smacked the fuck up. But that was probably Undefined, probably going for the final kill cam and shit like that. But, you know, people like this, man, it's all good. They're all having fun and whatnot. It's like every time I turn this fucking camera, there's a goddamn missile coming towards me. So Undefined just got one more kill to go. And I'm going to try and find his ass and cycle through this motherfucker. There he is. Now, knowing that he needs one more kill, I'm going to try and stay on him as long as possible and hope somebody doesn't steal his thunder like they did in the last game. But what you're going to notice is he's going to try and do a funny kill cam. He wants to finish this shit off his style. So you're going to notice almost every single thing he does just doesn't work. He gets spawned on, he gets sniped, spawns into this motherfucker. Now he's going to try and jump grenade. I mean, he was all fucked up. And then in the end, he's going to finally win this shit by throwing his spin grenade right there. He gets nailed in his ass, and that's how he wins the motherfucker. I don't know how many times it took him to win that shit, but in the end, he wins with a shitty little grenade. And when you watch the final kill cam, this shit is crazy. Because the dude he kills, I don't even know who the hell he kills. He was so fucking far away from the grenade. Look how far away he is from that shit. He backs into it slightly, and that's how he wins the game. Anyway, y'all know the usual shit. Rate, comment, subscribe. Just a couple more videos to go, even though I'm losing my motherfucking voice. But eventually, we're going to get into videos that I actually jumped into for some action, so stay tuned for those.